So this Team America deck that we did see earlier, when we saw it earlier, it lost to Zoo.
Okay.
And here we go.
Right into it.
But apparently, Ari Lex playing Storm combo apparently feels like he has a very bad matchup. This is apparently his worst matchup. I keep saying apparently.
We don't have the decks right now.
This is reportedly his worst matchup.
We don't have the lists, but I want to know why exactly he feels this deck's so bad for him. I think it's because this deck doesn't run top, right? It doesn't, right? It's one of the Tombstalkers and the Goyfs.
Yeah, it's got Tombstalker, Goyf, that's the creature package, and then pretty much just control.
Oh, you can go him, and that's why.
Yeah, that's true.
Duress thoughts, that's right, yep.
Discard packages, the control cards, so.
I sort of agree. It depends on the deck. I think it might be good. Yeah, I 100% agree. But the feeling when you manually click them on their step, choose to take nothing out of the deck is just like, if they know anything, it's just like the most immoral.
I'm just kind of excited to see Ari, I'm sorry, I keep calling him Ari, but Ari's deck in action, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe he at least gets things going. I mean, it's no fun to watch somebody just not be able to do anything.
Right.
At least not at the beginning of a game, you know? Like, if they're able to, like, kind of do some stuff and then they get stopped, that's a little more entertaining. There's Alex Bertoncini in the background, kissing them goodbye, blowing kisses, yeah. You can hear him laughing from across the room. MTGmom.com sticker on Ari's sweatshirt there. So, I'm take a look at this real quick. All right. Oh, so this is something we were talking about a little while ago before John came in. What were the legacy decks that looked interesting to you to play, that you'd like to play?
Well, the first deck that comes to mind for me is Merfolk.
Okay, why is that?
Because I feel like it's got the the early pressure, and it has the counter spells to keep the combo players honest. And I think it's just it seems like a balanced deck for this format, you know. And it seems like the kind of deck I would like to play because it turns dudes sideways. Like, I mean, the Enchantress deck looks interesting, but I think that's a deck where the mirror match would just break my spirit, and I would probably want to quit Magic. So I don't know how interested I am in playing that. I think just watching that match made me never want to see that deck again. But anyway, Goblins also seems like, I mean, you probably figured Goblins would be right up my alley.
Yeah.
You've known me for a long time. I think something along those lines, something like Goblins or Merfolk, just seem like a good starting point to at least just get in and play. You know, what do you think of those two lists? Which one do you think? Like I said, you've known me for a while. Which one do you think would be better suited to my
out of Goblins or Merfolk?
Probably Goblins.
I would go with Goblins because it seems like your kind of thing more, just the aggro strategies. Meanwhile, the game actually has gotten started, so you didn't even notice. The turn 1 is at a Duress and then into a Force of Will, and a turn 2 Duress from Ari.
Duress.
Yeah, so this time he's not going to go with the Force of Will. And he sees Force, Stifle. It's Force, Stifle, Ponder, Him, Wasteland, and Tropical Island. And Dan fetches an Underground Sea. And he also, I believe, stifled Ari's fetch land activation to keep him off mana. Kind of missed that, trying to keep track of what was actually in his hand, and now there's him to Torah from Dan. So this is gonna, he's really, I mean, they're both being very aggressive
Just
with
throwing
their
haymaker after haymaker here.
I mean, just in the early turns. So, and there's got rid of ad nauseum. Ad nauseum and something else that I couldn't see. There's a third duress.
Wow.
And this time he plays predict. Yeah. And
wow.
him the Torok, double him. Oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. It's been like triple duress, double him.
Wow.
There's a ponder from Daniel. They're playing very fast. I'm like having trouble keeping up in a way. I'm like, looking around at what's going on and missing other things going on.
Thank you. Okay, so. Ari and Daniel here. There's Ari.
Okay. So Daniel lands a Goyf. Meanwhile, Ari is stuck on one swamp at the moment.
I definitely don't agree.
That was a really explosive start to this
Yeah,
game.
and here's Tarmogoyf swinging in for how much? How big is that Goyf? We're going to find out momentarily. As soon as we see it. So, is he that small? Just 3? I mean...
Instant sorcery land. That might be it.
Maybe that is it, yeah.
I mean, they just cast a bunch of spells, you know.
Yeah. And there's a Lotus Petal.
Now when that goes, that'll pump the Goyf.
Yeah.
4.
Brainstorm. And he sees...
There's a Daze. I think. Is that a Daze?
No.
No, I'm sorry.
I thought it looked blue at first, too, now. Polluted Delta?
It's Grim Tutor. Searching up basic lands.
So Ponder from Ari.
Doesn't like what he sees.
Yeah, does not like it enough to keep it, so I shuffle it away.
You never really watched Ren and Stimpy, did you?
Not really.
Well, there's a horse in there that goes, "No, sir, I don't like it."
That's what Ari just said to the top of his deck. So. Dan in with the Goyf. Ari down to 7 now, and Brainstorm from Dan.
It's all 2-0s.
I think Ari knows this game's probably lost.
Well, without time limits, he's definitely going to make him beat him, you know? I mean, he
Oh
also
yeah,
has,
makes
I mean, he has
sense.
tutors and
No
stuff.
reason to not. Yeah, but I'm just, and it'd be great to see Ari come back. But that was a pretty explosive opening from both players. So is that Guardian Beast?
Okay, there we go. That's Scoop. No, that was...
I'm just kidding.
Okay, good God. That was a Cabal Ritual.
You had the ad didn't you? Yeah, that was him. It really was. Like, if you didn't...
Okay, so we're going to do a giveaway. Win 6 months of StarCityGames.com Premium if you answer the following question correctly on our Twitter, which is at SCG Live, using the hashtag SCGDC LEG Top 4.
And the question is, who was Jerry Thompson's opponent this morning when he won with his Angry Birds deck? So who did Jerry Thompson play in the finals of the standard portion of the Star City Games Open Series here in DC? It was just this morning. You should have a memory. You should be able to remember back to this morning if you were
go
watching.
on the site and check out the
that,
coverage.
That
and
might help too. Yeah.
see who won. That's another good way to do it.
So you can win 6 months of free premium to StarCityGames.com if you can just tell us who Jerry Thompson's opponent was in the finals of the standard portion, the Star City Games Open Series in DC. And again, tweet at us at SCG Live with the hashtag SCGDC LEG Top 4. So, all right, so let's take a look at the sideboards.
Okay.
I mean,
So you would think. I know exactly what you're looking for. I mean, Daniel's obviously not going to bring in any of these creature removal spells, right? But
so Daniel's got Croson Grip, Dispel, Jace, the Mind Sculptor, Pithing Needle, Ghastly Demise, Dark Blast, Engineered Explosives, and Consuming Vapors.
do you think the Jaces would come in here? Think they're,
I mean,
think they might be too slow?
it occurred to me that game happened. I mean,
That game was fast.
the way that game went down, it's really hard to tell what kind of stuff that either player would really want to side in, because I'm not. I mean,
I think
Ari was never
Ari
really
definitely
in.
wants the Thought Seizes.
Yeah. So Thought Seizes. I mean,
And it's a little more. I think it's a little more obvious what Ari would side in.
Well, yeah, he's more trying to not let that kind of thing happen to him again, where like he just basically, I mean, he had triple duress. What do you need to, what more did he need to do? Well, apparently double him was a little better.
Right. Now he has the Doomsday Emrakul Shelldock Isle plan in the board.
Yeah, which is which is definitely like an interesting plan.
I don't know if he would use it here, but
Yeah, see, the problem is the wasteland and the Shelldock Isle. If there's 4 wastelands in Daniel's deck, so wasteland on Shelldock Isle is a blowout there if you're going to do something like that.
that's a very good point. Yeah, probably.
And he's already down a game, so you don't want to gamble on the fact that Dan top decks or just has the wasteland.
If you're just joining us, we are watching the semifinals of the StarCityGames.com Legacy Open Series in Washington, D.C. I'm Big Head Joe. My partner, Joey Pasco, has stepped out for a moment. On the left, we're watching Daniel Signorini, and he is playing the Team America deck, which is a black, green, and blue deck, not red, white, and blue. And Ari Lax is playing an Ad Nauseam Tendrils deck. And Daniel took game 1 in a flourish of discard spells from both players, followed by a timely Tarmogoyf, which managed to get through all the way. So we're about to get into game 2 here. Ari's going to search up an island, going for those basic lands, knowing that Daniel is rocking the wastelands. And he's going to ponder. We see an Ad Nauseam and 2 other cards he does not want to see, and he shuffles them up. On Daniel's side, we have a Verdant Catacomb, and Daniel searches up an Underground Sea. Ari draws his card, plays a Misty Rainforest, and quickly passes the turn. Welcome
You guys
back.
play fast. Thank you. I like it.
Yes, this is a great change of pace from last round. We have a Verdant Catacomb again on Daniel's side, and he's going to search up presumably, yep, a second underground sea. I promise, despite how quietly I'm talking, I'm not going to go when somebody wins. Although, if you'd like me to, maybe I will.
That would be pretty funny.
I think I
But
would
don't
blow
actually
everyone's
do it,
ears
yeah.
out. I know I sit at home and watch these on headphones. I would be so mad if someone just went, go, and just screamed into the microphone.
So we've got a ponder in the middle of resolving. And Dan is gonna keep him. Just been lands and ponders so far.
Yeah,
from
this
what
is
I
a
can tell.
much slower start to the other than the other game, but I guess there are very few games that can
Now-
start as fast.
I saw Ari had duress in
He has
hand,
duress, yeah.
Possibly Thoughtseize as well. Pretty sure I saw Thoughtseize.
I'm guessing he might be avoiding avoiding getting blown out by Wasteland here, maybe. But I'm not sure.
Well, he doesn't have a black mana source at the moment, so.
Wouldn't he have? I mean, don't you assume he has
I mean,
underground seas?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's not like he can instant speed duress or Thoughtseize. I'm just thinking like, so that's what you're saying about the Wasteland. You're afraid, or you're thinking he's afraid of.
I'm thinking that Ari doesn't want to lose his black source.
It's possible.
All he has, he only has 2 swamps in the deck that he obviously can't search up with the.
How's it going? Do you want to watch and talk, or cool? We're gonna have Ari. I mean, we're watching Ari. We're gonna have Alex Bertoncini actually in the booth and commenting a little bit on this match. So.
What's up? What do we got here? Ari versus Daniel?
Yeah.
Ari was saying how this is like
His
only bad
worst
matchup
matchup, yeah.
ever.
He lost game 1.
Also
yeah.
playing the Stone Cold Master with deck. Dan Signorini, I don't know if you guys know, is the person who invented this deck.
Oh, yeah.
Team
We
America.
did not know
Yes,
that.
He is
Thank
the creator of Team America. And
Actually, Trey Parker and Matt Stone were the creators of Team America, but I guess I shouldn't split hairs here. We're watching some
Team
magic here.
America, I think, yeah.
also, he got 16th in Grand Prix Columbus with this deck.
Okay,
Oh, wow,
awesome.
Yeah.
And
I'm
Ari
not
also
aware
top
of
16
those.
that one also. So they both top 16 Grand Prix Columbus.
Did they play in the tops? Did they play at all?
I don't know if they played at all.
I'll say, is this a rematch?
So is that
That's Tombstalker.
Tombstalker? Yeah.
He delves away, I'm guessing 5 cards since he tapped. Did he ponder this turn also?
Probably.
I didn't see a ponder this
Okay,
time.
then probably delved 5 cards.
Ari is also a very good player with this deck. He was
Yeah, we haven't gotten to see this deck really in action, and
bad nauseam deck.
yeah, no, I mean, well, hadn't seen Ari's version of it.
Yeah.
He game 1 he triple duressed Daniel, but Daniel double himmed Ari, so it was like
Such a
it was
brutal
game one
start.
by, it was like 4 minutes or
That's
something.
insanity.
And then Daniel stuck a Goyf and
That's
beat
the
it.
that
clock.
was it, yeah.
Super clock.
Oh wow, he stifled the fetch land. Oh, this is fantastic.
Again, did he just?
Yeah,
'Cause
this
he's-
is nuts.
Yeah, see, Daniel
Such a hateful deck.
stifled the fetch land
Yeah.
last game.
I almost want to
Got-
play Daniel's deck, man.
Yeah, every
Yeah, but
round.
Daniel's deck
yeah.
is really hard, like to play, like the way he does. Like he makes it look easy. This deck's actually, like, relatively tough. You have some real decisions. You have to know when to delve one more, just so that you can pay one for days. You know what I mean? Like you have to
Right.
know which
Right.
cards are removed from Tower Warfare, then you have to delve. Like there's just all these little interactions that he plays well.
There it is.
Wow,
There's
This
the
I just
handshake.
can't find the
that was
answer.
really
so
fast, wasn't it?
Ari was dead on about that being a bad. I mean, I assume.
It's just almost every card in Daniel's deck interacts with his, which isn't like any other deck in the format. Really, like Stifle interacts with him. In either way,